recording. This it sort of came by chance. I When I was younger, I addressed the death penalty within myself, sometimes in conversations. Then I've let go of it, so it's been at least 30 years since it's caught my attention. What happened is, to be quite frankly, I saw a documentary on Netflix regarding Ted Bundy. Okay, I did not find the movie very interesting. Luckily, they had a little bit of a documentary, the background, showing people's reactions. People who were actually too young to even know what it was about. The emotional reactions, the cheering, triumphant about the death of a quote unquote monster, started making me think, how many of these people are even aware what happens? What is ending a life? So that's where this discussion started. We have the earthly reasons, then we have people who are concerned about the afterlife, which is still pretty much earthbound. Then we can jump to universal reasons. What is my personal feeling? It's split. It depends on the circumstances. My opinion is, if there is no other way from this being from bringing damage to innocent beings, I agree. If there's any other way to keep this person from damaging other beings, then the answer should be no. Why? Because human beings, on the average, do not really understand what ending life is. So it's not the act of killing a biological system. It is doing something without fully understanding what it is. It is, how did you get to the point of ending a life? Whether it's a human being or an animal or a plant, how many people actually think and consciously are involved when they end a life? Universally, well, I'm sorry to say this, my understanding is it's really not a big deal. Because universally, the effect of the actual act is no more than if you slaughter a cow or you hunt. It is the ending of one life cycle of an organic system. What does matter universally is, how did that system come to an end? And the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect, we tend to look at very positive things, or sometimes not so positive, but vague. Vague. I throw a plastic container on the ground, then that container gets picked up, then it ends up in the ocean, then it breaks down, then fish eat it. So far, far, far away from my own home. Universally, the intention is most important. The fact that people derive pleasure and can rejoice at the act of killing is not in balance with nature. Anything outside of nature's rhythm, natural law on earth, will cause damage. They may not see it in their lifetime, but it will cause damage. Okay? So, earthly reasons, yes, it's understandable. Someone kills in a horrendous way innocent people. Consequences are a lifetime of sadness, anger, frustration, confusion in those who are left. Some people don't even have confirmation that their loved one was killed because they were never found. So they focus on Ted Bundy because it's easy. He was responsible officially for some 30 deaths. Why is it that we actively support other human beings that easily are responsible for the death of maybe 50,000, 2 million people at a time? What do I mean by supporting? You vote for your president, your minister, dictator, whatever. You accept their authority. What do you think war is? What do you think killing an entire village of elderly people, women, children? Why is it that so much hatred went towards Ted Bundy and so many people rejoiced at the killing of this crazy person, and everybody's forgetting what is 30 compared to 50,000, 2 million, 6 million? What is the psychology behind it? I say it is a choice. People choose to vent their frustrations, their anger, their disappointment, their fears at what is most easily seen. There is no difference. There is no difference between the movement of Ted Bundy and someone else who tells someone else to push a button, then that button kills so many people. Still, people experience it differently. War is war. Now, how come? Death penalty, there are circumstances, if it's not avoidable because there's no way to contain the person, I'd think twice. If nothing else, go do some studying and see if you can understand what ending a life is. And certainly, before you rejoice at a living being losing its life, think about what you're doing. Because certainly, if you can rejoice at Ted Bundy's death, you certainly should be out there protesting against war, against child abuse, against human trafficking, against unnecessary suffering of the animals that we use to feed ourselves. So how come you take the time to protest, go, party, and rejoice for this thing, but you don't address the others? Okay? I'm not a really typically biblical person, but there are reasons for those words. Judge not lest thou be judged. Okay?